Hey everyone, and welcome back. Just wanted to provide you with a little trick on how you can get 1 to 2 hours of burn time on any stove, any wood stove at all. It's possible. You could possibly even get more than 2 hours. I'll demonstrate how you can do that very simply. Okay. When you have a stove and you're burning wood, the first thing you need to remember is before you load your stove for the night, or whenever you're leaving the stove, or you want the stove to burn for the longest time period, you need to let the stove burn down. So basically what will happen is, we just draw the firebox here of a stove, just a typical stove like mine, and this accounts for any stove at all. Let's just say, for all intents and purposes, that this is the wood box. So basically, sometimes you have the whole, you have the whole stove, basically like that, loaded with wood, and you shut the door, and it's smoking away. Okay, so you're looking at logs, stacked as best you can, some split, whatever you want. It depends on the size of your stove, whatever you want. But anyway, when you get down to, say, in the center of the stove is typically wherever it begins to burn, down to the little bit of cinders here. This is where your flame will basically be in the center of the stove. What you need to do is take your poker and move all the wood to either side. I typically go to this side, and I load all the hot embers to this side of the stove. And you can let this burn down quite a bit more if you want. Like, you could probably even go half of that, as long as good hot embers, and you do have seasoned wood. Before I go to bed, this is what I typically do. I rake all the coals over to the corner of the stove, and then I load with wood. Usually I'll put a big chunk of wood here, say like a split chunk of wood here, and I'll put another chunk here, and you put in another chunk here, and you load from the bottom basically, and that could be another split. You get the idea. And you load it up, and you shut the door and you shut the drafts. Now, there's going to be a bit of a cooling time when you load your stove, of course. So you're going to bed, so the temperature might drop down, maybe 2-3 degrees, don't know. But eventually the fire begins to burn, and it's going to work this way. It's going to radiate out this way. And the reason why you do this is because it's going to give you 1 to 2 hours more burn time. And I'll tell you why. If you take a candle and you light it at both ends, you know that candle's only going to last half the time. But if you light it on one end, that candle's going to last twice as long. It's the same principle here. If you light the fire here, if you put your coals in the center and you load all around it, your fire is burning this way and that way. It's going to work its way both ways. This here slows it down. You may even get 3 hours. I typically get 1 to 2 for sure. And then, as this catches the fire, like I say, it's going to get back up the temperature till about, let's just say for argument's sake, 3 to 4 hours into this burn time. And the house is going to start warming up. The stove is getting warmer or whatever. And then you got that excess time of heat being generated. And my stove right now, the Drolette HT 3000, typically getting easy 10 hours, very easy. And the stove, I'm sure it'll run 12 to 14. But anyway, that's how you do it. So you gain 1 to 2 and maybe more hours. I hope that is helpful. That's how you get extra burn time out of any stove. Thanks for watching.